Okay, and here we have the CR250 cranks. This is the one that obviously has come out the engine that the customer sent up, and he was none the wiser to what this actually should look like until I sent him onto eBay and showed him what a tin crank looks like. What I think is the last guy who probably fitted a rod in this has battered the hell out of it, smashed all the tins in, and had to remove them all and cut them all off. So that will not be going back in this engine. So the customer, I sent him a link to one on eBay, and he's gone and bought me one now and sent that up. Like I said, this is 94 CR252 stroke. So we're going to go ahead now, split this open. I'll just give you a little look over the tins and show you, because it will look like that when I finish. Not many machine shops in the UK can successfully do Honda cranks, but bit of knowledge in the right tools. So we've got a Wozner conrod for this. The customer's already supplied a few parts. He supplied us with a new Prox hub and basket, some gearbox bearings. He supplied us with a new gear, a Wiseco piston, and obviously I'm going to be supplying the rest, whatever else it needs with a floaty core anyway. So yeah, new Wozner conrod there. I'm going to go ahead now and get this crank separated, get it cleaned up, polished up, and then get that nice new Wozner conrod installed. Little note for anybody who's new to my channel or had engine rebuilds done at shops before, just have a look over your bills. Most shops will charge you for a little end. You get a free little end bearing with every conrod known to man, whether it's a Mitaka, a Royal, Hot Rods, Wiseco, Wozner, you name it. Every single one of them supplies you with a free little end. So if you've been charged £10 for a little end bearing on an engine rebuild, just goes to show you, you're sending them to the wrong shop. So stay tuned for the next clip and we'll get this crank separated. Okay, we've got this crank separated now. This is the one that obviously the customer's sent over. And just let you have a quick look over the tins. And it'll look a bit shiny when it's going back together, because I'm going to send these through one of the parts washers now and then obviously have them polished up a little bit. So I'll show you over the tin on that one. Obviously I'll show you again when I put it together. Here's the new Wozner conrod that will be going in. Just got the basket dismantled now and the new Prox one built. Happy days. Like I said, the customer's already supplied a few parts. I'll be supplying mains, a clutch kit, some gears, a couple of bits that he's not supplied. So I'll bring you the next clip, this crank going back together and the start of this engine rebuild. Okay, this is the CR250. If anyone remembers, it came in about a month ago. The customer asked me to hang on to it till he got paid, and then obviously he was going to pay me. We're just finishing off our work in the casings. It's had previous damages, as you can see. There's a few gouges. We've lapped the faces. Obviously it's having whole new bearings. We've got one more to get out here, a blind bearing puller set. In the previous clip obviously I showed you the basket's done now. This is the crank, obviously all cleaned up as good as he's going to get it. This is the second one that he supplied, as his crank was it had the tins, looked like the tins had been removed, maybe had been damaged in the past. So I'm just, like I said, we're just going through the casings now, lapping everything. Got the crank to put together now. I'll bring you another clip in a minute of that done. The cylinder we've had to do a bit of work with. Whoever had worked on this had welded blobs in here, but did not to come down. We think it was holding the head up. We've given the head a bit of a skim off, got a little bit more wood. It's nice and smooth in there now, but still a couple of minor marks. So yeah, I've basically pulled all the studs out. I'm going to run a tap down this one and this one now that we've got it toot down a little bit. I'm just checking all these other alley coils and what have you. That one looks a bit raised. I might remove that one and put a new one in there. Cylinder's had a bit of a tidy up, as you can see. So that's the cylinder done. So yeah, we've got new mains bearings, Athena gaskets and seals. Like I said, the customer supplied a gear, but it needed a couple of more, so the lads are just doing the transmission on the bench behind me. So we're going to go ahead now and get these casings finished off, get some bearings sweated in, and I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, and we've got the new Wozner rod now in the 94 CR250. All the crank arms cleaned up, as you can see in the previous clip. Just run you through those. Like I said, this was very brown when it came in. We've just run it through the parts washer and then give it a mild clean up with some WD-40 and a bit of a Brillo pad. Well, there we have it. No damage to the tins. Trued, squared, new Wozner conrod. There we have it.